Welcome to the Land Doctor's latest listing, Stacked Rock Ranch. This 825-acre ranch is less than a mile from Highway 31, roughly 12 miles north of Colgate, and only 120 miles northeast of the Dallas Metro. This property is characterized by a forested ridge that runs northwest to southeast across the long axis of the ranch. To the north of this ridge lies a total of 3.5 miles of fertile creek bottoms with beautiful pastures and extensive oak flats. To the south, it's a gently sloping prairie featuring large hay meadows and pastures intersected by small hardwood-lined drainages. The confluence of 3 unnamed creeks located here carry the flow of 1,300 acres of upstream watershed. The average annual rainfall of 44.7 inches results in almost 350 million gallons of water flowing through this part of the ranch annually. Given this, it's no surprise that the areas along the creek are dominated by a thick stand of water oaks. This isn't a tree that we routinely see in this part of Oklahoma, but they are beneficial to wildlife due to the production of large volumes of palatable acorns. This would be an ideal spot to establish flooded timber duck habitat, and in addition, this spot has the topography to create a 25-acre lake with only a 350-foot-long dam. That's a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to lake building. The ratio of water flow to lake storage is 8:1, so that's enough water to not only keep the lake full, but to also flush it with fresh inflow throughout the year. Given the dense oak forest surrounding this watershed, we suspect that the water will be tannin stained and produce largemouth bass with vibrant deep green and bronze coloration. Currently, the ranch is 50% forested and 50% open. If the owner decides to increase that amount of pasture, an additional 200 acres of fertile soil could be converted from timber to pasture along the creeks. This would increase the open pasture to roughly 600 acres to achieve a 75% open to 25% forested ratio. The dominant warm season grass types seen on the ranch are Bermuda, bird's foot trefoil, Dallas grass, and bahia. Cool season legumes like clover and vetch add to the soil nitrogen content and support the lush growth of grass seen during the summer. Of course, a big part of successful ranching is having good fences and facilities. The pastures are enclosed with very good 5-strand barbed wire fences and a multitude of gates that will allow easy access. Stock ponds are located throughout the ranch to provide easy access to water, and other improvements include a hay barn, corrals, overhead feed bin, working pens, and a chute. Stacked Rock Ranch also has a lot to offer the recreational buyer. This area is known for its trophy whitetails and an expanding herd of free-range elk. Wild turkey populations have decreased in recent years, but there are still plenty of gobblers to hunt, and we'll be placing feeders and cameras on the property to document wildlife population. Our experience with showing and selling nearby ranches make us very optimistic that you'll be pleased with what we get on camera. The terrain of the ranch varies from creek bottoms to 100-foot tall cliffs that beg for exploration, so it's not a ranch where you'd easily get bored, especially if additional ATV trails were developed along the ridge and extended down into creek bottoms. In addition, you'll find a dozen small ponds that provide a lot of fun fishing and duck hunting opportunity. Lastly, the ranch has over 2 miles of road frontage, giving you the ability to pick the perfect spot for your hunting cabin or your dream home. We believe there are several great spots to build that offer a huge view from the top of the ridge looking north across the creek bottom. The Land Doctors offer turnkey construction services, and we'd be happy to discuss your potential home, barn, lake, or clearing projects. In fact, we can even drop a modular cabin in place until your permanent dwelling is completed. Stacked Rock Ranch has just about every feature our clients ask for, and it's all in one package. Because of that, there are many different options on how to further develop the land. One might transition into a more complete cattle ranch, or alternatively, it could become a hunting mecca. If you'd like to learn more or discuss the possibilities, please give Kelly Hurt a call at area code 580-421-7512. Check out this and all the rest of our beautiful listings at landdoctors.com or drop Kelly a line at kelly@landdoctors.com. The Land Doctors, selling beautiful land and creating custom ranches.